3/4 Friday, and a very, very warm welcome to Smile the Coffee, where we bring you all the entertainment that you need to kickstart your day. We give you just the right dose. How are you doing, Ashwin?
I'm fantastic. I'm all right. I'm currently just thinking of ideas. Why? Because if you come up with a recipe with one of these, you stand a chance to win a Nam Milk hamper, and I don't like to miss out on competitions.
Imagine.
That's not my thing. So please stand a chance to win a Nam Milk hamper by showing us a recipe using any Nam Milk product. WhatsApp your recipe plus a photo of the final product to 085 785 6231. That's 085 785 6231. We want to see those images. We want to know your recipes. What can you do to get a Nam Milk hamper? How's the week going?
The week is going great. Yesterday I had a bit of rest. Can't complain. I'm looking forward to the weekend. That's like my favorite time.
Favorite time? How do you spend your weekends generally?
Just sleeping, just relaxing, sunbathing. I don't do much.
So for some of us who follow you on social media, when are the reels made? When are the pictures made?
In the weekends, sometimes during the week. Yeah, just when the budget is budgeting.
When the budget is budgeting.
Then we squeeze in a reel or two.
Then we make it all happen.
And there.
Here and there.
But yeah, so today one of our stories is that somebody got robbed. Have you ever been robbed? I know some people have never been robbed in their life, and they are very, very lucky and fortunate.
Yeah, I'll be very honest. I'm going to knock on wood. I've never been robbed.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I don't know if there's and I've lived in places where it's possible.
Everywhere is possible.
Everywhere is possible.
You can
very
be
true.
in the safest place.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I've been in the place where it happens
the shadiest
more often.
of places.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I find that it's one of two things. Greeting people.
Yeah.
The moment I see the gents, I like to greet people, especially if you're in the neighborhood. It makes you feel like you're familiar. This is not a manual. By the way, it can happen to anybody. It's not a manual. I'm just saying what's happened with me.
Yeah.
And the other thing I do, I'm a little embarrassed. I start talking with the biggest bass. I don't know. Sometimes so I'll be walking there.
What do you mean?
Then they're like, it's a big man.
No.
Let's leave the big man alone. Leave Groot man alone. But it's really terrible, especially you wake up expecting your day to go a certain way with your possessions intact, and it is traumatizing to get robbed.
It is very traumatizing. My sister, who's a makeup artist, on this past Friday, just got robbed. A client just called her and said, it was a man, by the way. A client said, hey, my wife is having a birthday party. Can you please come to our house to do my wife's makeup? And the makeup artist is like, oh, okay, cool. I usually do house calls, so it's fine. What time do we start? We start at 6. Okay, so throughout the day, they kept updating. It seemed legit. No, ma'am, we're still waiting for you. Don't forget, please don't book other people, etc.
Yeah.
It seemed very legit. And then 6, so at 5:40 something ish, so then she drives there to the said location. And then what they say is like, no, we are still on our way. We are coming. Just wait for us, please, there, ma'am. We'll even come and add double. We are so sorry, for keeping you waiting for so long. But we are coming, we are on the way. So the wife is calling, the husband is calling, they are all updating, and she's like, oh, these are really good people. Some clients won't even update you. And so then it gets dark around 7-ish there. So eventually they arrive at home and they're like, no, we are going to send you a boy called Junior, and Junior is gonna bring you to the house. Because she was parked at the church. They say park at the church while we are getting home. So she's parked at the church, and then now they send this Junior person to come and get her. So Junior gets in the car because my sister drives, and now she's on the phone with the client saying, oh yeah, Junior has arrived. We are now driving to the place. Okay, so my sister puts her phone down there. Junior says, ma'am, please park here. This is the house. So there's a cool sadak or whatever. So they park there. Junior grabs the phone, closes the door, and runs off to the bushes because there was like a hang. I don't know what that is in English. Pathway, like a pathway. So Junior grabs the phone and went and runs off. So this whole time, it was just like a scam to go and intentionally rob her.
But if you're texting someone throughout the day, you already have a phone. What's wrong with you?
No, but like it's just what they do. I think it's just what they do to scam.
Yeah, it's just part of the scheme. Yeah, and it's terrible.
The second day, they texted another makeup artist. So they just target makeup artists.
Wow.
And that makeup artist happens to be my sister's friend.
Oh, so she got
So she was telling her friends what had happened. And then the friend said, Chomi, is this not the number? This is the number.
Yeah. Did she report?
I'll
That's
tell you after
story.
commercial break what had happened thereafter. We will be right back with our top stories. Stay with us.
The Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, in collaboration with the Namibia Tourism Board and the Ondonga Traditional Authority, will be hosting the Itotha Carnival at the Kangonde Sotpan in the Oshikoto region from 27 June to 1st July 2024. Expect a fun-filled weekend including traditional dishes, cookout competitions, totem parades, traditional games, horse riding, skydiving and quad biking. Accommodation facilities will be available at cost. The Itotha Carnival, celebrating our ancient heritage.
All right, so as you know, the most iconic hip-hop beef of the decade, some people might say 2 decades, has been between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, 2 global artists with millions upon millions of hundreds of millions of streams, viewers, listeners, absolute icons, the both of them now. The 2 of them had a beef, which culminated in this concert called The Pop Off. It wasn't focused on their rap beef, but it was Kendrick's first appearance since then, and he did perform the songs that he made during the beef with Drake. It was a sold-out concert with incredible celebrities there: LeBron James, Dr. Dre, Russell Westbrook, you name them. Ab-Soul, Black Hippie was there, the famous group that Kendrick Lamar started with. This was in Los Angeles, and it was quite the incredible scene. As you can see him on the screen there, he was performing Not Like Us. This was streamed live on Amazon Music, and we'll get proper, records as to how the numbers went as time goes on. Well, today, in fact. But yes, that's what happened. You start a beef with somebody, they make songs. After the songs, they get to a concert, Kolekwe. Have you heard of such?
No.
Yes. But also it culminated in, it was Juneteenth, which is when African Americans celebrate the abolition of slavery. So it was called the Pop-Off. So you had the concert on that day, on that night. And it's certainly being considered one of the more iconic moments of the last decade.
I don't think I will go for a concert like that. Well, I did go to Burna Boy's concert, but Burna Boy's concert, I was closer to the stage.
Yes, of course.
But I just feel bad for the people that are far.
No, this was like a homegrown thing, right? So think about King TD Nondangwa. Right, King TD Nondangwa. Are you really going to care about the seats if we are all filled up over there? It's really just about that moment going through the decades of the hits and, a community moment. And that's what it seemed like. This was a Los Angeles moment, and it had been sold out within minutes. And I think for the most part, people were just happy to be there. Yeah. Of course, for Drake, it's an interesting time because I remember, there have been several reports, they've been trying their best to try and, rebuild his reputation, especially because of the lyrics of the song. They do allege some very severe things about Drake, and to see that Kendrick meant it. It wasn't just recording in studio. He actually meant it live and in person, and he sang it at a concert.
And in color.
Jarring.
All right, I guess good for him, good for Kendrick.
Yeah, good for hip hop. I know you don't listen to hip hop, but good for those who understand.
Those who understand. But nonetheless, let's move on to our next story, where robbers criticized United Democratic Movement Deputy President Ngaboyamazi Kwakwa for having only 9,000 rand in his bank account. The UDM said it would increase security around UDM President Bantu Holomisa and his deputy president. This comes after Kwakwa, who was recently sworn in as MP, was kidnapped on Tuesday while at the barbershop in Cape Town. Party spokesperson Yongama told the Citizen that several gunmen came inside the barbershop, robbing everyone who was there. They then took Kwakwa and tied his hands and feet and left with him. The Citizen understand that Kwakwa was preparing for President Cyril Ramaphosa's inauguration and was about to travel to Gauteng. They took phones and tied the deputy president's hands and legs with a rope and then pushed him into the boot of the car. He was then taken to a remote area with sewage and unused train tracks, Zigebe said. The party said Kwakwa was kept at a site for several hours while ransom was being demanded. The robbers emptied his bank account using banking apps on his phone. The robbers allegedly did multiple transfers and other transactions. They extorted almost 9,000 rand from all his accounts, but they were still ungrateful and criticized him for only having 9K.
Okay, so first of all, I mean, kidnapping is, you know what I mean? It's a bad thing. You don't want that to happen to anybody. Secondly, those images we used are hilarious. When was the last time you saw a robber with a bag? How do you rob someone and then say they don't have enough money?
It happens.
Was it your money?
No, it doesn't matter. The fact is that you don't have it, and we
Does
are
that mean
looking for it.
So robbers are also classist?
I think so.
Yeah, they're also classist.
Because my cousin was robbed, and at the time she only had a Tamagotchi.
Oh no.
And then when they realized that it was only a Tamagotchi, they beat her. And then they said, start working with smartphones.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So we can rob you properly?
Yes.
Oh no, truly terrible. Truly terrible. I
so
mean,
they are classist.
They are absolutely classist. It's a sad situation, but, and I don't want to give any tips to robbers or anybody, you should understand that most businessmen do not keep money in their personal accounts. Like, if you're a businessman, you have a CC. That's usually where you keep your money so that you don't get hit by any liabilities and moments like this. So there's a strong chance that 9,000 isn't all he had.
That didn't have anything but had everything.
Who's this now?
The soccer player.
What's his name? The
Hakim,
Moroccan Hakim. Yes. He
had
nothing but everything. Exactly, because his mother had the account. So if you rob Hakim today, there's nothing.
But has
everything. So some people protect their wealth, and he's aware that he's living in South Africa. Of course, this is on the cusp of South Africa entering a new political atmosphere altogether. I mean, interestingly, this is happening in Cape Town. I'm not sure how the leadership has been divided, but we know that the Cape is generally going to be ruled by the DA. So we'll see how that goes with regards to crime, because that is a huge, huge issue in South Africa. The president, the new one, who's not the new one, was inaugurated yesterday in a GNU. For the first time, ANC lost its parliamentary majority, so they had to team up with some frenemies. And so we're going to see how the policies trickle down. You know what I mean? A lot of people have a lot of promises. I know the DA is in charge of finance and public works. But everybody does what they need to do. We'll see how it all unfolds. But very sad for this UDM leader. And also, guys, barbershops are a sacred place. Can we not have anything? These are barbershops. This is there's men who say more in barbershops than they say to their wives. Please don't interrupt barbershops. Leave them alone.
Please. And on that note, after the break, I had such a great interview with Jose Kahuna. He is the founder of what we call Mutete Juice, a very delicious, locally made, 100% juice. I enjoyed it, and I definitely do encourage you. If you see it on the shelf, please buy yourself one.
Voting now open. The Best of 061 Express Followers' Choice Awards. By voting, you stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Namibian dollars in cash. From the 4th to the 23rd of June 2024. Do you know the best of the best in Windhoek? It's time to recognize them. Living in Windhoek, DIY home improvement. Glam it up, eating out, food, drinks, and be merry. Services, automotive, shopping, babies and kids, and travel and leisure. To vote, save the number 085 785 6231 and WhatsApp hashtag 061Express or scan the QR code.
Today, I am asking my favorite question inspired by Kourtney Kardashian. Is it organic? If it's not, we are definitely not taking it in. Today, I am so excited to be joined by Jose, who is the founder of the Mutete Hibiscus Juice, and he's here to tell us all about this brand and how it can benefit both you and I. Good morning, how are you doing?
Good morning, Aina. I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Let's start from the beginning. Tell us about Mutete Hibiscus Juice, what inspired it, and also how long the business has been running for.
Okay, so we've always, me and my business partner know we wanted to do business, but we didn't know in which direction of business to go.
Yeah.
So we went to India to go and study, and we saw that these people make all their things. And we saw that, but in Namibia, we import most of our things. So then that moved our direction to manufacturing. Like, okay, no, we need to start making our own things. And we need to empower Namibians to make their own things. So one day, my business partner went to a lodge, and then when he came back from the lodge, he's like, I think I have our first product.
Yeah.
And that was the birth of the Mutete juice. It started out as a tea, but then as we're doing our research, we thought that no, it will make more sense as a juice. But yeah, that's basically how it started. Yeah.
Okay, I like how you went from one favorite thing of mine, which is tea, to the next favorite thing of mine, which is juice. So I still fit in somewhere when it comes to your brand. So why then 100%? Why didn't you say 20% organic, 50% organic? Why did you opt for the juice to be locally manufactured and for it to be 100%?
Okay, so 100% was because we promised ourselves that when we are building anything, we have to build in quality so that it doesn't cost you later to, adjust to where the world is going.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you don't build in quality in the beginning, eventually they will ask you if you want to export to another market or something. They will eventually ask you to level up. And that will be more costly than you just, slowly building in the quality. So that's why we did 100%. And then we also looked at many people are becoming very health conscious right now. So the world is moving towards that. And then the more people become health conscious, so any new industry usually lasts about 30 years. So we were like, okay, no, this is the new industry. So and we caught it right at the beginning. So if we want to really maximize it, instead of building a product for the past, you need to build products for the future. And the future is health and organic. And so we just align with that whole movement as well. And then why local is just really to make money move around our people. Just like if we buy from a local farmer, we buy from a local plastic producer, local person doing our stickers, more money is moving in the economy rather than, bringing things in and giving money just outside of the country.
Keep money in the community.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's talk about the benefits of this juice. If I drink it every day, will I glow? Will I maybe grow taller? What are the benefits?
Okay, so the hibiscus has a lot of health benefits, from colon cleansing to it flushes your system. So that's very good for the liver. So because of that, it also helps with hangover if somebody has a hangover. It has a lot of vitamin C, and because it has a lot of vitamin C, it has a lot of health benefits. Like if you have a cold, it can help prevent colds. And those are just some of the things that I'm thinking about at the top of my head. Some people use it to regulate their blood pressure.
Okay.
People with high blood pressure use it to regulate their blood pressure. And then also people with type 2 diabetes use it a lot as well to just, again, flush the system. And then, yeah, so there's a lot of health benefits, but we sell it as a juice. So one of the things is like, is it medicine or is it juice? No, it's actually juice with a lot of health benefits.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And then how do you maintain the quality and the authenticity of your juice, especially when it comes from processing and then to manufacturing? How do you ensure that you have the same sort of consistency in terms of quality?
All right, so before we onboard a farmer, we take them through a training.
Yeah.
And then, so we have partnered up with another farmer that used to supply us, but as the market grew, we needed more farmers. So then he said, no, I could train other farmers for you. So basically, the system that he used for his juice, which we then tested and took to some of our clients, and then they say, no, this is the perfect way to do it. And then, so that same system, before we onboard a farmer, we make sure that they change to that system. Yeah, but it's not really, because it's organic, so all you need to do is just, you keep pesticides away from it. You don't tamper with it, like with a natural way of growing. So we just teach farmers about that, and then, yeah, so that's how we ensure. And then when it comes to our warehouse, where we then take the calyces, which is the flour, and then when it comes to the warehouse, we just have the normal standard ISO standards that we follow. Okay. So what all the other juice manufacturers do, those ones are very mandatory and standard for the whole nation. So that's the ones that we follow.
Okay, and then what do you hope that this brand does for you as a business person and for, the Namibian people?
Okay, so as a business person, of course, I want it to make me money.
Yeah, big bucks.
but for the nation as a whole, I want people to know that we can create. Yes. Like, we are also creators. We are just not consumers. As Africans, most of the times we are labeled as just consumers, that we can't do anything. So for me, this is just a way to show that we can also make something, mostly. And then thirdly, it's also just to teach us the industry. We've been learning a lot about the retail industry through this product. This is definitely not going to be our last product, but it's the first one that it was accepted on a national level. So we are using that to learn how this industry works as well. Yeah.
Okay. And finally, where can I get the Mutete juice? Is it on the shelf? Do I have to call you personally? Where can I get it? Okay,
so the Mutete juice, you can get it. So at this current moment, we are labeling it the nation's drink. So yes. So we want, like, when you think Namibia, you think Kapana, you think Windhoek Lager, you think desert, you think Mutete juice. So that's where we are going with it. So because of that direction, we are going to put it in all the shops eventually. Nice. But for now, we are in the OKs, we are in spas, we are in Food Lovers. We are also in some of the lodges, Nankuse. Nice. We are in some restaurants as well. And you can also call us directly. Also, if you go to those places, my number is actually on the bottle. Because I actually handle the sales side of the company. So my number is on the bottle there. And but we are eventually, hopefully, we'll be in all the shops, in all the lodges, everywhere you go, you must be able to get it.
Yeah. All right, Jose, congratulations on this amazing project that you have created, and also just for standing in the gap for our local people, bringing communities together while drinking a locally produced drink. I think personally for me, that's a big win. That's amazing. So congratulations to you, and I wish you a massive number of clients.
Oh, thank you. Please, clients, hear what you say.
On that note, drink local, buy local. We'll be right back.
The Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, in collaboration with the Namibia Tourism Board and the Ondonga Traditional Authority, will be hosting the Itotha Carnival at the Kangonde Sotpan in the Oshikoto region from 27th June to 1st July 2024. Expect a fun-filled weekend, including traditional dishes, cookout competitions, totem parades, traditional games, horse riding, skydiving, and quad biking. Accommodation facilities will be available at cost. The Itotha Carnival, celebrating our ancient heritage.
We appreciate you for watching our show this morning. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Ciao.